Hello, and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk and Play Bullet Hell Shooters. For those of you who've seen the first episode, you might have been wondering why I was even bothering with the scoring system in Mushima Samafutari. It was obvious that I was also really trying very hard to stay alive. And as most people know, or as you might have guessed from the video as well, going for score in that game puts you at more risk than if you would purely be playing for survival. Well, the reason is twofold. First of all, if you hit the 40 million mark of score in Mushima Samafutari, you earn an extra life, which is of course very valuable because it gives you one additional buffer against fucking up. The other reason is that it's just, the second part of the reason is that it's just really very, very satisfying to collect those big gems in the game and to see your counter go up like crazy. And to just neglect that would be like missing out on part of the game. Well then, speaking of which, there's another game that really has that same kind of addictive scoring. I mean, most of the cave games do have very addictive scoring systems, mainly thanks to their great audiovisual feedback and their intricacies. It's just like really joyful to play. But one game that kind of epitomizes that and doesn't actually put you at greater risk for playing for score and for trying to optimize your score is Akai Katana, and namely even more so than the original arcade version of the game, the console or once console exclusive version or mode Slash or Shin. It's just, there's nothing really like it. I'll try to explain it to you before I even start playing the game, because at the same time it's also the most complex scoring system of any shoot 'em up ever made, probably. I mean, don't hold me accountable to that, but I have yet to play one that's as complex as this one. But at the same time, it's very elegant and it's tied to your survival as well. Basically, what you do, in short, is you farm resources. You shoot, as you see here on the example, you shoot enemies with your by tapping to collect steel orbs, which are indicated in a circle around your little World War II aeroplane. And when you hold the shot button, and in cave games there's always the tapping and holding mechanic, that's just a staple. But it does different things here. When you hold the fire button, you collect green orbs instead that fill up your energy meter next to your life meter. With the green energy enables you to transform into your phantom mode. Which is, it's kind of like a samurai-like spirit that is tied to the pilot of the plane by blood, and that character uses the build-up steel to forge katanas, and once you have a lot of katanas trailing you by using the steel to forge them. This is what you do by holding your shot button again. You start having these giant katana blades that are trailing your character, as you can see here. And at the moment you feel like you're ready to release them, you switch back to your plane mode and watch them go. Now what happens there is this is actually your super weapon. It will cut a swath through any bullet patterns and will drive straight through your enemy. So ideally what you want to do is use them on the mid bosses and the end of level bosses, particularly the mid bosses, because they go down usually with when a flock of katanas will pierce through them, and at that moment you start collecting huge, glorious chunks of gold. So not only are you dealing with your most dangerous enemies in a very effective manner and neutralizing the bullets they fire at you, this is also the moment where you make your big score, where you score big, basically. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot more to say about this game. It's really, I feel it's kind of the new standard in bullet hell shooters as far as scoring and shooting mechanics go. It's just like, yeah, nothing has been able to top it since either. And so this Akai Katana Shin is also my secondary game. I've put quite a lot of time in it. Whenever I need a break from Mushima-sama Futari, this is the game I go for. But I haven't really played it in a long time, so I'm pretty rusty, I think. But I'm going to give it a go anyway, without much further ado. And you can see the mechanics at work. Once again, I'll talk you through my thought process and let you know what's going on. I hope you enjoy. So here we go. Akai Katana Slash or Shin. I'm choosing the middle character. I'm the most comfortable with her, even though the movement of her playing is kind of jittery, so it's not ideal for maneuvering through thick clouds of bullets, but that's where holding your shot button comes in, because it will make you maneuver slow. Anyway, what you see right now is I'm collecting steel orbs. I have about enough of them to start forging katanas when I'm in phantom mode, so now I'm collecting green orbs to fill up an energy meter. The vortex you just saw indicates that it's time to transform into phantom mode. Now my gauge is full, and that's what I'm doing. And there you go. I drove the katana through the mid-boss and collected all the gold. You want to really try and be close to the gold as well, because it shrinks the longer it stays on screen. So to collect the big bucks, you want to be in there when all the gold comes flying out. The glorious thing about it is just like you're constantly building up for this giant release. It's all very climactic. It's a beautiful and super addictive thing. Okay, I don't have enough energy for a good transformation yet, so that's what I'm doing right now, trying to collect some. And because I'm not close to the boss, I actually didn't collect a whole lot. Anyway, it's time to transform now. When you're in phantom mode, you also can sustain one hit without using actual life. But you lose your build-up steel, so it's really aggravating for when you want to make that big score. On the other hand, it's a good defense as well if you're really doing bad. Yeah, so I lost 1/3 of my life bar in this boss encounter. Didn't really score very optimally, but you know, that goes with the territory of talking and playing bullet hell shooters. Level 2. And I'm changing back to my regular playing mode, since I want to be building up steel and energy for the mid-boss encounter. Oh man, you gotta be kidding me. That means I'm on my last life already. So yeah, I wasn't kidding about being rusty. I'll shut up for a minute so that I won't die immediately. Yeah, that's also not great because I lost my freaking steel. No big chunks of gold flying out to reward me because I've been playing very bad. Anyway, let's see if that's about enough steel. Let's see if I can make it up a little bit and show you some real big gold. Transform. Forge katanas, you see, like crazy. And let them go! Yeah! That's more like it. Now, I want to be filling up that, I collected quite a bit of steel as well in the process, so I want to be filling up that energy bar, because the stages are actually not that difficult. They're quite manageable in Akai Katana, but the bosses, they're terrifying. Especially she is. She's a real big hurdle, and blah 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 blah. I actually died very quickly. I didn't even transform into phantom mode. It's the end of the run. It's pretty shameful. But yeah, that's what you get when you just start playing. You're doing a semi-live run. It can go pretty wrong. So that's Akai Katana Shin for you. I hope I showed you a glimpse of what makes this game so incredibly excellent and so addictive. Like Mushi Masama Futari, I think I'll just I'll come back to this one again later on. These are the two games that I really want to master before I tackle all the others in my collection. And yeah, I will return to it and show you some better play somewhere down the line. Thanks very much. Hope you enjoyed. Peace everywhere on Earth, and that's about it.